Dan, what are some examples of high income skills? Now, if you have watched my wealth triangle video, you know there are 3 parts to the triangle. The first part is high income skill. The second part is scalable business. And the third part is high return investments. And today I'm not going to talk about all that because you can watch the video and I go more in depth onto the concept. But for now, let's just talk about high income skills. Now, for high income skills, I define high income skills as a skill that can make you a minimum of $10,000 a month or $120,000 per year. So, and it's a skill set that you developed that you can deliver value to the marketplace. Now, with a high income skill, you're still trading hours for dollars, but you're trading your hours for high dollars. And notice I said skill, it is not a job. If it's a job, then it's high income job. The problem with the job is your value is determined not by the marketplace, but by a manager or by a boss. So there's very little that you can do to dramatically increase your earning ability, to increase your income. Versus with a high income skill, if you are better at what you do, if you are better at closing, you're better at attracting clients, you can make more just like that. So let me give you an example in my own career. My very first high income skill that I've developed as a young guy in my early 20s was copywriting. I was writing ads and sales letters for entrepreneurs and companies and crafting these sales literatures and marketing pieces for them. And I was making about $10,000 a month as a young guy in my early 20s. And now back then, now I know for you watching this, I mean, it may be a lot of money, it may not be a lot of money, but back then for a young guy, early 20s, that felt like $1 million. Like $10,000 a month was a lot of money for me back then. So that's my first high income skill. Then eventually, as I was writing copy for clients, they were asking me, well, Dan, that's great that you write these marketing pieces and sales copy for us, but how are we going to use it? Like, what's the best way to use this? So I said, well, you do this and this and this, and I started giving them advice. So from the high income skill, number 1 skill is copywriting, and then transition into kind of consulting, marketing consultation. And I was making about another $100,000, $120,000 a year doing that. So added another 6-figure income to my earning ability. And third, after I was doing that and I was transitioning into doing internet marketing, because from back then, if you read my book, FU Money, if you haven't, you go to fumoneybook.com to download it. And through that period of time, and I transitioned, I was doing internet marketing, I was making more and more money, and it was great. And people started asking me, well, Dan, how do you do this internet marketing stuff? Can you teach us? I said, like, what do you mean? Like, can you do a class? I said, do a class? Like, what does that look like? And so basically I got pushed into doing my first kind of seminar. And at first we had a few people, and then it grew to a dozen people, and then it grew to hundreds of people. Then I developed my third high income skill, which is public speaking. I was conducting these workshops and seminars and making very, very good income doing it, way more than $120,000 a year doing that. And so that's my third high income skill. From there, as I do more the public speaking, and then I was also speaking at other people's platform where I would offer my programs. And at first I would just teach, and that's good, but people, they don't buy anything, they don't take any action. So I developed my fourth high income skill, which is platform selling. That I was able to sell from the platform in a 90-minute talk, a 2-hour talk, a 60-minute talk, be able to deliver value, but at the same time be able to close and convince people to go to the back end and invest in my program. And I was selling my program for $1,000, $2,000, and there was a time when I would walk into a room and I would walk out with $10, $20, $30, $50,000 in sales, right? So that's another one of my high income skill. And as I made more and more money as a consultant, as a speaker, as a platform sales speaker as well, then I went into more investing. Then I was investing. Now, after money, how do I invest? What do I invest in, right? I would consider that's also my another one of my skill set. And that's also, I built my influence. I started to meet more business people, and I started doing a little bit of these kind of deal-making, brokering kind of deal where I would simply refer other people and I would collect a commission as a middle person, and I would put together these kind of deals and solve more complex business problems as a deal making. That's another one of my high income skill. So my idea of the whole thing is about you develop the first skill that you have and you stack it up. It's not about developing 5 skills at the same time. It's you build one and then you build another and you build another and you build another. I call that stacking on your success. That you have a layer, a foundation of success first, and then you build on top of it, and then you build on top of it, and then you build on top of it. And that's what I've done over the years. So over the years, my businesses have ups and downs. I've had great years, I've had horrible years. I've made some great money in some great years. I've lost a ton of money, millions of dollars in some bad years. But what's very, very interesting is over the years, because I've always rely on my high income skills to make me money, that I make me money, that I can count on that. Even my businesses are not doing well or I made a bad investment, it's not a big deal because I can always fall back on my high income skills. I can count on myself, hey, I can go on stage and I can speak. I can consult, I can add value, I can solve problems, I can make money that way. So ups and downs, that's okay. And I'm fortunate because of that, because I've had friends where they don't have the high income skills and they just have the business. And when the business does poorly, I mean, you can see the cycle. They could go bankrupt. They could be in a very bad place because they don't have that. So I'm fortunate, even though I have ups and downs in my businesses, I have my high income skills over the years. So every single year, my goal is to have my high income skills to increase my earning ability just by little bit every year. It could be 10%. But every single year, I want to be able to use my high income skills to make a little bit more money so I get a little bit better at what I do and I can improve that. And over the years, I never stop. Even doesn't matter how good my business are doing, I never stop being a consultant. I never stop being a speaker. It's a question of doing a little bit less or more. But I always have those income coming in using my high income skills. So it's not so much what high income skills, I've given you some examples. Those are just what worked in my life. But it could also be, I have a friend of mine who is a ballroom dance instructor who makes $10,000 a month, cash by the way, because it collects cash. That's a high income skill, that's perfectly fine. So it doesn't have to be all like sales and marketing related, it just happens to be what I do. You could be a golf instructor for what I can see. Are you very good at what you do? Sure. You can be a graphic designer, you can be a programmer. You can be as a freelancer, whatever you do, you're delivering value to the marketplace, helping people solving their problems, and you charge good money for it. That's a high income skill. That's your base, that's your cash flow, that gives you stability. Comment below if you have any other questions. I'll answer it in the next video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell, turn on notification, give me a thumbs up. Also check out my other videos on the playlist as well. Also, if you want to read my book, the book that I mentioned about, fumoneybook.com, you can download it for free as well. Until next time, I'll see you in my belly.